So here we are at another Q&A session. This is one of our remote ones, and would you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Rick Farina, and I'm just thrilled to be here with you, Jason. And I sincerely mean that, though I wish I wasn't remote so we could have that hug.
Definitely. It's like it's nice to see you in your, I guess, your music studio. It's like you're also, I guess, a part-time musician.
This is my borrowed music studio. I don't know how any of these things work, but they look great on the wall.
There you go. Good answer. We'll take it. So tell us, what do you do at Pwnie? What are the things that you're tasked with at Pwnie Express?
Oh gosh, those are two completely different questions, I think. What am I tasked with? I'm tasked with all kinds of really interesting things. Can't talk about all of the research and development that we're doing right now, but we've taken a very strong focus on rogue device finding, looking for all kinds of things that have ill content, they're just bad devices, things that people use for bad purposes, illegal purposes, those kinds of things. And we've really been focusing strongly on finding that kind of stuff, and that's been a lot of fun. In addition to finding bad things, I've actually been tasked with helping out with getting ourselves a little more in line with the open source community. We've always been a very strong supporter of the open source community, and they've always been a very strong supporter of us. But I really wanted to tie back some things to the community a little bit better, get us a little bit more involved, really feed the people that are excited about the products just like we are. So it's kind of a couple of different roles.
Awesome. It's like, speaking of community, so where do you come from as it comes in from the community standpoint and things that you've done in the community side of that, the hacking side of it? It's like, what are your favorite parts of that, of the things that you do?
Oh, favorite parts. Anything that doesn't involve wires other than power would be my favorite parts. Sometimes not even a power wire. Just love all kinds of wireless, all kinds of wireless technologies, whether it's cellular, ham radio, anything up to and including Wi-Fi 802.11, Bluetooth, Zigbee, just things that communicate wirelessly are really the most fun for me. Low-level networking is really exciting. I've been doing that kind of stuff for the last, 12, 13 years now, and really just been enjoying that. I've also been a pretty strong supporter of the open source community. I do a lot of Linux development. I have a Linux distro called Pen2 that I maintain for pen testing, software-defined radio kind of stuff, and I really just like to get involved in any of the projects that I personally want to see improve and just see what I can do to help out. And that's actually how I got introduced to Pwnie. I saw some cool stuff and started to help out, and short time later, here I am.
Nice. Glad to have you here. It's like, I'm trying to think, what are some of your biggest challenges you think you're going to be facing when you're dealing with the technical side of what you do?
Oh gosh. Well, we can't go into too much detail on the longer term roadmap and the kind of secret squirrel stuff that we're really looking at, but I can tell you that some various agencies have been interested both in what on earth we're doing and, oh, you're trying to do that? What can we do to help kind of thing. So there's definitely a lot of really interesting stuff that will be challenging technically, but super worth it for tracking rogue devices, things that people are trying to misuse. Challenging technically, probably pulling myself away from the computer every now and again to see my family, because this stuff's so exciting I just don't want to leave most days.
It's like, I feel you on that. It's like, one of the things that I'd like to see also is, you talked about the Pen2 distro, and you're very active, the pen testing side of it. How well and how do you see the transition of being a red teamer, working to help prepare and defend and support the blue team guys now? You're doing the pen testing and the attacking version. Now, how do you transition that and that knowledge to actually help the defenders, the guys in the cubicles trying to ban the firewalls and keep the breaches from happening?
I've always felt that the skill set for red team versus blue team kind of thing is really artificially segregated when it shouldn't be. Paul Asadorian and the Paul.com crew really just they nailed it. You know, they said hack naked. You get all these security guys. and they do all this red team stuff, and they do absolutely no defense on their own equipment. It's to the point where all of the capture the flags and contests and things like that actually write it into the rules. You're not allowed to attack each other because it would end the game too quickly because nobody actually takes any steps to defend. They're all out there saying, oh, you should have defended better, but they're not defending anything themselves. While the blue team so often gets stuck in that, well, I'm going to patch this week and I'm only going to open the ports in the firewall that I need because any of that actually matters anymore. And they really get trapped in their own little world. In reality, the skill set should be the same. And you should be practicing what you preach on a day-to-day basis. You should be focusing on the defense in depth on your own machine before you really have much of a right to say it to anybody else. So I've always been I know it's not as sexy to say it, but I've always been more of a purple teamer kind of guy. I really think that if you don't know both sides of it, it's next to worthless and your skill set's meaningless. If you come out to my network and you do a pen test on me and I pwn you first, it ain't going to be a good day for you, man.
Exactly. Nice. Well, dude, I appreciate you taking your time out to answer the questions. We appreciate it, and I'll be hearing more from you soon. You take care.
Absolutely. You too. Pleasure.